You ever look at a product and just wonder, how did that become a household name? Well, other, maybe even brilliant ideas just fizzle out? Well, I'll tell you, it's not magic. It's a playbook. It's a well-executed journey that can turn a simple concept into a market icon. So let's walk through that journey together.
All right, so our journey's got 5 main stops. We're going to start with the big picture, the modern marketing mission. Then we'll lay down a strategic foundation. After that, we'll map out the product's life story, figure out how to solve that tricky price puzzle, and finally, wrap it all up with the go-to market playbook. Let's dive in.
Okay, first things first, the modern marketing mission. You know, the old way of doing things, just making a product and then trying to shove it down people's throats, yeah, that's over. It's dead. Today, real success starts with something totally different. Deeply understanding and actually solving a customer's real-world needs.
You can really boil this whole mission down to a perfect 6-part alignment, getting the right product to the right people at the right time and place for the right price and with the right services. You know, if even just one of those pieces is off, the whole strategy can just fall apart. The real genius, of course, is figuring out what right actually means for your specific customer.
And that right there is a huge shift in thinking. The old selling concept was totally company first. It was like, hey, here's the thing we made, now let's go sell a ton of it. But the modern marketing concept flips that script completely. It's customer first. It starts with the question, what do our customers actually need, and then builds the entire business around that answer. It's a game changer.
So, now that our customer-focused mission is crystal clear, we need a plan. But, how do you plan for a future that's completely unpredictable? Well, here's a hint. You don't bet the farm on just one outcome. You prepare for several.
This is where a super powerful tool like scenario planning comes in. You start by framing a core question. Then you map out the key trends that are shaping your market. Then, and this is the really important part, you pinpoint the biggest, most unpredictable forces out there. Using those, you build a few different, totally plausible stories about what the future might look like. Now, the goal isn't to be a psychic, right? It's not about predicting the one correct future. It's about developing a tough, robust strategy that can succeed no matter which of those futures actually happens. It's all about being flexible, not just prophetic.
All right, with our strategy ready to go, let's zoom in on the product itself. See, a product isn't a static thing. It's born, it grows up, it matures, and yeah, eventually, it declines. And understanding this life cycle is absolutely critical.
So just picture a product's journey laid out on a chart. It all starts with development and introduction. Think of the very first iPhone. Costs are sky high and sales are just starting to trickle in. Then, if it catches on, bam, you hit the growth stage. Sales explode and the cost to make each one drops. Maturity is the peak, where sales kind of level off. Think of Coca-Cola Classic, a product that's basically been mature for decades. And finally, you have decline, as new tech or new tastes take over, like how the iPod had to make way for the smartphone. A marketer's whole job is to adapt their strategy for each of these stages, trying to stretch out that profitable maturity phase for as long as possible.
And speaking of being profitable, that brings us to one of the most powerful tools a marketer has, price. It's so much more than just a number on a tag. It's a powerful signal of value, of quality, and of exactly where you stand in the market.
So, how in the world do we find that sweet spot? Well, economics actually gives us a surprisingly simple answer. Let's imagine you're selling coffee. For every extra cup you sell, you make a little bit more money. That's your marginal revenue, that falling line you see here. But of course, each extra cup also costs you something to make. You know, the beans, the cup, the labor, that's your marginal cost, the rising line. The absolute perfect sweet spot for maximum profit is right there at point Q, where those two lines cross. Seriously, if you sell even one more cup past that point, it's actually costing you more to make it than you're earning from it. That's the economic bullseye.
Okay, the moment of truth. We've got our mission, our strategy, our product's life story, and we've nailed down the price. Now, it's time to go to market. This is where we put all the tactical pieces together into one cohesive plan of attack.
Now, at the heart of this playbook is the marketing mix. You've probably heard it called the 4 Ps. We've already hit on product and price. Place is all about distribution, how you physically get the product into your customers' hands. And promotion is, well, it's how you tell them about it. Advertising, social media, PR, the whole shebang. The real art is blending these 4 ingredients into the perfect recipe for your target market.
And how you promote your product depends entirely on your position in the market. I mean, are you the dominant market leader, like Coca-Cola, trying to make the entire pie bigger for everyone? Or are you the aggressive market challenger, like Pepsi, constantly fighting for a bigger slice? Maybe you're a smart market follower, happy to copy the leader without rocking the boat. Or, just maybe, you're a clever market nicher, serving a small, overlooked corner of the market that the big guys just ignore. Knowing who you are dictates exactly how you compete.
So there you have it, the journey from a simple idea to an absolute icon. It's not magic. It's guided by a customer-first mission, it's built on a flexible strategy, and it's executed with just the right mix of product, price, place, and promotion. We've given you the playbook. So now, the real question is, what journey will your idea take?